Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Shadowrun Returns. Okay, so last time we finished up at the morgue and went around the streets trying to clear some things up. Nerps. Okay, so we need to go here. Here is the... this looks like where the police are. Jake Armitage. As you approach the scene of Sam's murder, Jake spies the flashing red and blue lights up ahead. Whoa, hold up a minute. Lone Star isn't above collecting on a corp-issued bounty, and the one on my head isn't going away anytime soon. He sighs. Sorry, friend, I think this is where our paths diverge. Thanks again for the help with those Halloweeners. Here's your payment. They don't take new yen where I'm going, and it looks like you could use the funds. Good luck out there. What, you want a hug or something? Sure you don't want to stick around? I could use the backup. Ha! He starts to leave, then tilts his head back. Hey, one more thing. When you're done checking out your pal's crime scene, pop into the Seamstresses Union. It's just down the street. You need gear, information, or just a damn stiff drink. That's the place to be. Best dive this side of Chicago. I used that place as a base of operations for years back in the day. Make the right friends there and I'm sure you'll get to the bottom of this Ripper business. Well, nice knowing you. Jake turns and disappears into the shadowy depths of the Redmond Barrens. So he's off. Got a lot of cash now. Happy with that. And I've got a soy calf and donut for some reason. So zip, zip, zip. The bright yellow police tape cuts through the darkness, directing your eyes to the white chalk outline and dark red stain marking the slab of pavement where Sam Watts died. Standing at the entrance to the alley is a Lone Star officer. The cop looks cold, hungry and irritated at the homeless man who is currently pestering him. William. I keep telling you I need to get my stuff from the alley or I'm going to die of the cold tonight. The officer sighs, and I've been trying to explain to you that this is an official Lone Star investigation and I can't let anyone in here. Hey, I got rights. Look, you sinless garbage. I got a job to do. Find a new blanket or I'll find a reason to use my stun baton. Typical, I hate all of you pigs. He looks in your direction. Now what? Hey, look at that. I've got exactly what he needs. Long night, huh? You look cold, so I picked up your donut and some soy calf for you. Hey, thanks. The officer's face lights up as he takes a sip. He seems pretty trusting for an officer of the law. You know, when my dad was a cop, this was back when cops actually worked for the government. He said folks would buy him coffee all the time, but I ain't seen it till now. So what can I do for you? Ooh. He'll want to see some ID here. I'm actually working for the dead man to help find his killer. Can I come into the alley and look around a bit? Your client is the chalk line. That's messed up, woman, but I respect it. Okay, but don't mess anything up. Not that anyone would likely notice, because the forensics aren't coming back. I'll talk to William. Streets have not been kind to this man, but they've also hardened him. The man is clearly a survivor, though with one wrestling with the onset of age and arthritis. You! I saw you over there with that rat bastard cop. What do you want? Know anything about the murder that took place here? He squinted you. You a copper or working for some corp? Nope, I'm as sinless as you. Mind answering a few questions? Hey, what makes you think I'm a sinless? Ha, just messing with you. Of course I'm sinless. System ID number my ass. What kind of questions you got? Did you see the murder? Nope, and I can't say I'm sorry I missed it. I was hauling crates for Mr. James up at the market. Can't carry as many as I used to, so it took a while. Got back here in time to see a couple of tourists puking all over my home turf. By then, the jerk face in the uniform had already set up shop in my alley. So it sounds like you live in the alley. Sure. The last couple of months I've been sleeping there, but I spend my days out doing odd jobs for the street merchants or panhandling tourists over near the Seamstresses Union. What else did you see that night? Huh. Well, you know, earlier in the night I saw a big and ugly troll in green hospital scrubs snooping round the block. He bought some donuts and 2 cups of soy calf off of Dan over there. Seemed nervous, and he did everything with his left hand because his right was all screwed up with some cyberware. Can you tell me more about the troll cyberware? Well, it was big, and I think it must have had some hospital attachments, because I saw some needles. It was a lot like the one I saw back in '44 when I got captured by elves. They did all sorts of experiments on me. Let me tell you, never trusted one of them cyber people. That's all I need to know, thanks. See you around. Looks like the coat and blanket that the old man was trying to get back. As you shuffle the bundle of cloth to the side, a printed receipt falls out from beneath the folds of the blanket. It's a bar tab receipt for the Seamstresses Union, dated 2 days ago, 3:02 a.m., right around the coroner's reported time of death. Customer Sam Watch. So his name is listed as Coyote. Okay. Work light is new. You see that all of the alley's normal lights have been ruined. Upon closer inspection, it seems that they've all imploded as if some force has shattered them all at the same time. Ah! There are 2 distinct set of footprints, humans ending at the chalked outline and a larger set. Orc, possibly troll, following just behind the first. Amidst the shards of glass from the broken lights, you find a small piece of glass which looks like the bottom of a test tube. Anything else? Hey there, young'un! I think this coat and these blankets belong to you. My stuff! Mighty decent of you. Don't see that kind of thing too often out here. Okay. What have I got? 5 karma. Is there anything I really need? What does this do? Every point of body hit points increases by 10, so I've got 30 now. Okay. Anything. I could do unarmed, but I don't really seem to have anything worth doing. Get a totem choice. Spirit control. I'm going to increase that. And choose my totem. Okay, so I can either do bear, cat, or coyote. I want something with a cooldown. Let's go quickness. Okay. So now I've got an additional spell slot. Yeah, I could really do with getting some spells. I want to talk to this little guy though. Sally, even. Hi, Sally. The dwarf merchant is packing up her stand for the night. We've got a great view of that alley across the street. Oh, sorry, I'm closed. Come back tomorrow. I've got a great view of that alley across the street. I don't suppose you saw the murder that happened there. She grunts. Sure, I was closing up when I heard a series of explosions from behind the Union. A couple of seconds later, this guy comes out, runs across the street. Didn't get a good look at him. Then all the lights in the alley exploded all of a sudden. Then it got pretty quiet after that. And then, yeah, she didn't go running over to see if that guy was okay. I'm not going to be mean to her. Thank you for your time. No problem. Okay, well, let's head into... Who's this? Nobody? Nobody. Let's head into the Seamstresses Union. About to leave the Barons and enter the Seamstresses Union. Would you like to proceed? I sure would. Seamstresses Union. Relative to the rest of the Barons, Touristville is a neon-coated oasis. At its heart is the Seamstresses Union, housed in an old brownstone building on the corner of illegal and opportunity. Bums huddle together, gangers strut the streets, and the occasional salaryman comes slumming. The Union building has been retrofitted, rebuilt and restored so many times that it's like an aging starlet wearing too much makeup in an attempt to stay young. Wild ivy growing out of the gutters adds to this effect. As you enter, the murmur of hushed conversation washes over you. The dive bar denizens raise their heads, take your measure, and then go back to their business. This is the kind of place where everyone knows your name, but keeps to themselves. Okay, so we have an autosave. Anything around? Hi, Cherry Bomb. Bartender is a striking elf, sporting a perfectly toned body, perfectly pouty lips, and perfectly tapered ears. Her eyes harmonize, save me and take me in equal measure, hitting just the right notes for maximum extraction of tips. She looks at you, sees another elf, and smiles big. Hey there, haven't seen you here before, what can I get you? Found a bar tab with Cody's name on it. Is she here? She looks worried. No, I think she's away on business. Business, huh? She a shaman? With a name like Coyote? She laughs. No, she shot a coyote once, thinking it was a shaman who double-crossed her. We've been calling her Coyote ever since. Her face falls. She's been missing since yesterday. Some people think the Ripper got her, but I know her. Coyote can take care of herself. She starts to turn away when a man with the face of a survivor and the zeal of a convert tugs at her arm. Hard. It's clear the two have history, but they try to keep their voices low, but the intensity of their conversation makes them easy to overhear. Shane. Jerry, you have to listen to me. If you stick around here, you could end up dead or worse. The Ripper's out there and he's real. Last killing happened just down the block. And now Coyote's missing. They'll probably find her tomorrow in a dumpster without her head. Come on, Cherry Bomb, think. I think plenty, Shane. I'm getting a freaking D from UW in neuroprosthetics, studying under Ojamans. And how am I paying for it? Bartending, tips. There are faster ways for a Baron's girl to earn that kind of scratch, but I'm not taking them. So what do you want from me? I want what you want. A better life, a better world for everyone. Universal Brotherhood can give you that. I've heard all this before. This isn't some trick to get us back together. Things are different now. I'm different now. The Brotherhood. Cherry Bomb's face is hard, armoured in lipstick and low expectations. The Universal Brotherhood is for other people, Shane. Rich Bellevue types who can afford their membership fees and voluntary donations. This isn't about money, it's about binding the world together in brotherhood. Come with me. Attend a discovery meeting. Get to the core of who you are. I heard Lynn Tellestrand give a talk last night called The New Family of the Sixth World. Got a family right here, Shane. They're drunks and lowlifes and whores, and I'd choose them over any of your Brotherhood members. Now, Buzz, I need to get back to work. With body language that leaves no question that the conversation is over. Cherry Bomb turns her back on him. And off he goes. Sorry, I got interrupted. I heard he's got the strength of the righteous, doesn't he? Her pretty eyes narrow. Be careful about whose conversations you listen in on here. Some folks aren't as friendly as I am. You look like it says you're not here for the entertainment. Your badge? I think you know the answer to that. She regards you with a smirk. I do. You're independent. We're trained to spot a bronze the minute they walk in here. Something I can help you with? I got a few questions. Ask away. Tell me about this place. Some come here for booze, some for companionship. Others are looking for something they can't get anywhere else. If it's illegal or immoral and it can be bought, sold, rented, or consumed, you can probably find it here. Union seems to attract people like you. Ever heard the name Sam Watts? She nods. Sam was a regular customer and a regular pain in the ass for as long as I've been here. Talked a big game, but he was always broke. As soon as he got any money in his pocket, it went straight to his head. Chips, drugs, or booze. Coyote had a soft spot for him, though. Did you see Sam on the night he died? Nope, that was Coyote's shift. Who runs this place? I want to talk to them. That'd be Mrs. Kubota. She's in the back room. You can't miss her. Whiz. Nell Sweat. Who was that you were talking to? Shane, old boyfriend. He used to work here. Then one day he saw a billboard for the Universal Brotherhood, and that was that. Went to a meeting, made him new friends, moved in with him. I was happy for him until he started coming around trying to recruit me. I don't need that dreck. Talk to you later. Dartboard. Hi, Eric. I said, hi, Eric. Hey, lady. Got some extra outfits I'm trying to unload. You want first dibs? Take a look. Ooh. So, we've got a selection. What do I have? I have secure shaman clothing. Basic clothing for the Shadowrunning shaman. Okay. Okay, intelligence +1. Ooh. Charisma +1. Dodge +1. 3 hit points. Oh, the turn intelligence. Ooh. Yeah, let's buy that. Ooh, that actually doesn't look too bad. I'm amazed that this gives 2 armor and the other one gives 1, but still. I'm happy to do that, and I'm happy to can I not sell? View stash sell items. There we go. Get some cash back. So I'm still over 1,000. But now, because of that, I have an increase in willpower. Oh, charisma, sorry. Yeah. To 5. Let's see if it registers that on here or whether that's just on the other. Yeah. So technically I'm on 5. Okay. Oops. Who's this? Gin Parks. The Asian woman's expression reads open for business, but her demeanor reads dealer rather than companion. She has a jack on her neck, a gun on her hip and a chip on her shoulder. She eyes you with a sneer. You look like you could use some firepower, something simple. I got guns so smart they practically fire themselves. Looking for tech? Got some of that too if it's the way you roll. Show me what you got. Okay, so basic SMGs and shotguns. There's a machete. I'm tempted to get a machete because, you know, otherwise I'm just on fists. And there's grenades. Basic med kits and drone repairs, weapons. So yeah, it's a very basic low-grade pistol. tempted to get a baseball bat, but and consumables. I'm going to exit. What have we got to sell? Can sell that. Yeah. Exit. I think I'll come and get to you later. Now I want to talk to you, Mr. Clue. Posted at the doorway to the VIP section is a tower of troll muscle wrapped in an impossibly tailored suit. Whether the product of good genes or expensive aftermarketing cosmetic work, the troll's gleaming horns perfectly frame his face, and his polished tusks and goatee accentuate the set of a lantern jaw. Welcome. Please behave yourself. Will do. You get trouble in here often? Nothing a stone can't usually solve. Your business here? I was a friend of Sam Watts. Know him? Sure, everyone here knew Sam. Shame to lose part of the family. There's a sharpness in Clue's eyes, the look of a man who has seen much and earned wisdom at a young age. I figure Sam was the type who needed to be thrown out on occasion. Encouraged to call it a night, I'd say. Sam was a drunk, but he usually wasn't a violent one. Usually? What about the night he died? He was a bit agitated. Didn't catch the specifics. Might have been over a woman. Thought I was going to have to show him out, but I had to deal with a couple of rival go-gangers posturing for one of the working girls upstairs. Jake helped Sam out instead. Appreciate you talking to me. Happy to help. Okay, well that's interesting. Who's this? Johnny Clean. Johnny Clean. The man is dressed like a janitor, but is wearing unusually clean overalls. He's tall, rail thin, and has a cunning look in his eye that says he's more than just a maintenance man. Howdy. Name's Johnny Clean. You new? I am. I imagine you've seen all sorts of things in a place like this, huh? True, quite true, and I keep my mouth shut about it too. That's the secret of keeping a job here and staying alive in general. Gotta work. See you around. Okay, bye. Some amazing dancing from this guy and some slightly better dancing from her. Noog. Covered in glowing magical talismans and fetishes, the troll does not seem fully of this world. He mumbles to himself constantly, apparently participating in several conversations at once, but with entities you can neither see nor hear. I told you, it's not like that at all. Bring me proof and you shall have it. I'm honoured, Your Majesty. That was why I said to use mustard instead of catsup. Forgive me, Jean, I was a fool. He looks you in the eye, the other conversation's on hold. You may peruse my magical wares and see their glory. I would like to view your wares. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look at weapons. Powerbolt spell. Okay. Okay, so this is Shaman. It's not a bad one. Cheat casting and consumables. So they've got air elemental fetishes. I'm going to buy one of those just to do that. Then I'm going to... Did I buy anything? I did. Okay. So I'm going to buy... that. Oof. Okay. And What else should I buy? Looks like I need to invest in some spell casting as well. I'll do haste. Ah, okay, so this counts as a weapon. Fair enough. These are spells. Okay. Which means I probably need to purchase this as well. Okay. So now I have 2 spells available. I've got that item. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, let's quickly save that. And talk to Mrs. Kubota. Mrs. Kubota. Mrs. Kubota watches you across the room, sizing you up as you approach. As you get closer, you can see that she's a mixed race, African and Japanese. Her demeanor says, "This is my house, mess with it at your peril," but her eyes twinkle with a playful light when she speaks. "Konbanwa, good evening." "My, but aren't you the pretty elf? Are you enjoying the Seamstresses' Union? There should be plenty for a woman like you to enjoy." She closes her eyes. "Or is this business?" "I just need a moment of your time, Mrs. Kubota. I have topics to discuss." "Soka, and why should I help you?" "Jake sent me." "I'm glad to hear that Jake Armitage is alive, again. He lives an interesting life. Very well. If Jake sent you to me, I will help you. What do you want to know?" "Why is this place called the Seamstresses' Union?" "During the gold rush years, there was a census, and the politicians wanted as high number as possible to gain power and revenue. To bolster their numbers, they decided to include all the working girls, of which there were many, to the rolls. However, given the times, they could not list the girls' true occupation, so they entered them all as seamstresses. When a girl accumulated enough money to open her own place of business, she named it the Seamstresses' Union, so potential workers would know that they would be treated fairly there, and thus a rich tradition was born." "So you're a former seamstress?" "No. Perhaps when we know each other more, I will reveal more about myself. For now, enjoy the union." "How well did you know Sam?" "I knew him. We all did. Sam was a regular here, whenever he could beg or borrow enough new yen to become altered in some way. Drugs, chips, alcohol. It didn't matter to Sam, as long as he was bent. He was always looking for his next fix. He clung to this place like it was his lifeline, and we treated him as part of the family, even if none of us truly liked him, except Coyote. Did you see Sam on the night of his death?" "He was here, quite inebriated, as he often was. Coyote was working the bar that night, and she informed me that Sam was getting rowdy and belligerent with other customers. When I requested he leave, he refused. My bouncer, Mr. Kluwe, was off dealing with another issue, so I requested Jake escort Sam out of the back door to the alley. That was the last I saw of either of them. One more question. Can you tell me where to find Coyote?" Her face darkens. "Would that I could. I have not seen her in 2 days. She's a smart woman and dangerous, but I fear for her." "If she's dangerous, why fear for her?" "Please, if you are what I think you are, you know, there is always someone more dangerous. Her room is upstairs. If you are looking for her, I invite you to examine it. You may be able to uncover her whereabouts. I would not normally betray her privacy in this way, but she's missed 2 shifts now and cannot be reached on her call. It is unlike her. If something has happened, I will not have inaction on my conscience. Here is the key." Okay. Let's head up. There's a mid-grade security panel attached to the nearby door. It is set to require a password for entry. Leave the panel alone. Let's go all the way up here. No. that room there. And this room here. Okay, no, nothing in there then. Fair enough. Stand up a little with action movies and cigarette butts. Framed painting of the Chicago skyline done in stylized silhouette. Looks like Coyote keeps her clothes in boxes on the floor. Cody's bed has a diary with several pages sticking out of it. First paper. There is a receipt stuck between pages. Diary entry. Read the diary entry. I came back from my shift to find 4 of Paco's goons sleeping on our apartment floor. It's getting fragging ridiculous. I want to be with him, with the real Paco. But this cutter dreck keeps messing everyone up. I love him, but he's totally different with the gang. It's all about cash, baby, he always says. I try to tell him he doesn't need the cash. I can support us both with what I make at the Seamstresses Union, but he still goes on these runs. With these bozos all over my floor, I feel like it's just seeing how far he can push me before I kick him out. Try to be patient, but why does it all have to be one way? As soon as the last cutter was out of the door, I lost it. I told him if he ever pulled Drek like that again, that he would be sleeping in the alley. Of course, he begged and pleaded with me, telling me it wouldn't happen again. I don't want to deal with this anymore, but I don't want him to leave. He's the reason I got through all that stuff last year, got my bartending license, got this apartment and this life. I know he cares about me and loves me, more than his involvement with the cutters. I just wish I could slice out that gang from our life together. Slice out the fear that comes along with it. Let's re-inspect the receipt. Receipt for Browning Max power pistol from Jim parked downstairs, with a note saying how big guns on hot women turn her on. Fair enough. Flip to a different page. Second paper. Paper has a handwritten poem on it and a diary entry. Read the diary entry. Sometimes it seems like Paco reads my mind or my diary. Maybe he does the latter. I wouldn't be surprised. Hi, Paco! Ever since last week he hasn't mentioned the cutters once. He leaves the apartment with a "see you in a few hours, babe," and returns later without comment. I don't know if it's really going to help us for us to avoid the subject in conversation completely, but I have felt better without our constant arguing about it. The last 2 nights I've come home from work to Paco waiting up for me, slouching on the old dumpster couch with a novel 4 inches from his face. I imagine that as I turn the key in the door, he perks up and makes himself especially studious for when I get the door open. He seems superficially surprised to see me, but I love this little act. Read the poem. Let's just say Paco should stick to guns and motorcycles and leave the poetry to others. Third paper. Look at the picture. Picture shows a young girl with caramel skin and dark brown hair. She has a snake wrapped around her arm, yet she is smiling. Back of the photograph has "Shadow" scrawled on it. Look at the receipt. The COD receipt for a special order, 5 pounds of zebra meat from Murray's Meat Emporium located near Pike Place Market. Flip to a different paper. Fourth paper. Receipt for a wall safe installed near the bathroom door, set to a combination of 342-436. Coyote's computer is ancient, probably fished out of a junkyard, doesn't even have a data jack, and the cracked display is covered in fingerprints. Tapping the keyboard causes the dust-caked fans to spin up, only to display on screen password. Now the password, the only other button on the screen is a password recovery option. Select password recovery. Please answer 3 security questions to reset. Your first childhood pet. She had a snake called Shadow. Favorite. Oh, it's not that. It was in this damn page. Where the hell was it? Open diary, the first paper. Read the diary entry. Ah. Picture. Photograph. Receipt. Flip to a different page. Page 2. Blah 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 blah. Constant arguing. The poem. Okay. Skyline, what's this? Action movies and cigarette bands. Anything? Let's open the safe first. Put the code. Code opens. Okay, oops, that's and my stash. So I've got 3 of these. Where did I get the third one from? Fair enough. Okay, I'm going to quickly save this. Then I'm going to go, no, don't want that. I'm going to the bathroom. Can I not go into the bathroom? No. Okay, I'm going to try once more with a computer. Password recovery, so it's Shadow. Maria Mercurial. Okay, brilliant. And I'm going to assume because of the picture of Chicago. Right, this one we know is right. This might take a while. Yay! Did it. I knew the last one, I just couldn't figure out what the first one was in. Okay, calendar. Meet Delia about gig, meet Paco with the data plus 30 minutes. Cody's contact list is exactly one entry, someone named Paco. No contact number or other information available. Does not seem very useful. History, quick scan of recent searches shows that Cody has been reading a great deal about hellhounds. It also suggests more than a casual interest in vintage action figures. Okay. Time to head down then. So what do I got in? I got 5 points. I've got 5 karma to spend. I think I'm okay at the minute. Yeah, I'm gonna check though, because there we go. Okay, that increases spellbook slots. Main component to calculate the chance to hit with certain spells. That would ley lines visible. Interesting. Increase spellbook slot. What does that do? Increases my chance to maintain summoned spell. Air barrier, increase spellbook slot, not yet unlocked. Okay, so I'm going to increase that. I'm going to increase my chi casting. And general spellbook work. Okay. Let's talk to Miss Kubota again. Miss Kubota, how can I help you? Did you know Paco? Or do you know Paco? He's a gang, a member of the Cutters. He is a good kid and a nasty line of work. I warned Coyote against getting too attached to that type. They don't live too long. Have you heard of Maury's Meat Emporium? Her face twists in disgust. No, I am a vegetarian. Do you know Jen Parks sold Coyote a gun recently? I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers, but around here you need a gun just to take out trash out to the dumpster. Coyote has a date with Paco at the Pike Place Market in the next half hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me a peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. It should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. Okay. So. This is where I think I'm going to leave it today. So we've done some investigative stuff. We've massively enhanced our character. Well, I say massively. We've enhanced our character. Yeah. So we've got a goodly. Still got some good cash. We've got a decent. We've doubled our armor. We've gained some spells. Yeah, I've increased my spirit control and conjuring ability and willpower. Yeah. Possibly happy with that. Yep. Okay. Magic. I'm going to save the game. And that's where we're going to be. So, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, don't worry. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.